Here's one thing about Falco having the Jaw Titan now. There was something that I always wondered. Episode 2, where one dude was like looking up. He's like, "Do we have any Titans that can fly?" Before that, we got introduced to Falco, who I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, his name's Falco." But as soon as I heard him say that, I was like, "I wonder if Falco were to turn into a Titan, could he be the first flying Titan?" Which would be cool. Stupid, but it would be cool. The Jaw Titan is meant to be fast, nimble, just very quick and agile. If Falco were to turn into a bird-like Titan, that would still be in the realm of abilities that the Jaw Titan would have. It would fit his arc to be turned into a bird Titan. I hate that we're having this conversation because it sounds stupid. It would fit his arc for Falco to turn into a bird Titan. What up, it's your boy Dvrth back at it again with another video, and today we are here with Attack on Titan's final season, episode 27. What can I say about last episode? It was hard to watch. It was one of the most emotional episodes that we've got in this season, I would say. I was excited watching it for a lot of the moments, like seeing Annie and Reiner transform again, seeing them actually on our side and stuff like that. But there was, as it always is, this very dark undertone of just like, why did it have to come to this? Why did it have to come to this? And why are we doing this? I've given up on trying to figure out who is right and who is wrong, mostly because nobody really is. People are simply doing what they must. I think that's what it all comes down to. So if anything, if anything more, I am just a spectator now, more than I ever have been watching this show. I can't say, oh yeah, I'm definitely with these people, or I'm definitely with these people. Of course, I have people that I want to survive this. I have people that I want to succeed. But even when it comes down to people like Flock, like, I can't be like, he's totally wrong. He's stupid. He's short-sighted, yes, but I'm not gonna say that Flock is like, yeah, man, like it's way more intricate than just picking a side. So like I said, I'm just a spectator at this point. Obviously, with this episode and the next episode being the last two that I guess are scheduled, obviously this isn't going to finish in this part. It is either going to be another part, or it's going to be a movie, and I've already explained like how I feel about that. I don't really care either way. I just want to see it end. If it's a movie, I'm going to be excited because movie quality Attack on Titan, that's what's up. But I'm going to be a little sad because, like, as a content creator, I want to record it, but whatever. As long as I get to experience it, and if it's another part, that's what's up too. I know a lot of people are going to be bitching, but yeah, I'm just here to enjoy anime. So let's get straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Attack on Titan or something totally different, the best place in that end is always going to be my social media. Link's going to be in the description for that. You can also comment below. That's cool too. That's what that's there for. And if you want the full length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. So with all that being said, let me get my headphones. Hopefully they're low or charged enough. Make sure they're on. Them bitches is on. And let's just get into it. Why do I have to see this again? Why do I have to see this again? Why do I have to see this again? Oh, fuck! Oh, God, the battle's not over. Jesus fucking Christ. Right. Oh my god, the emotion always makes you forget. Makes it worse because it's not just Dads and Samuel that are the ones that they probably still know. A lot of these guys are probably friends as well. What? Oh my fuck, you got 12 hours? Oh my god. Holy fuck. It moves fast, yeah. Oh god. Right. Flying boat could be serviced there. Depart once. Okay. Okay. I said this before in a discussion, but if there's one thing that I do want to see but don't want to see is just how much destruction the rumbling does. Because as of right now, we've only heard of what the rumbling does in word alone. We've seen the start in the beginning of the rumbling and how that, affects our people. We've seen a very small, minute taste of it. But I do want to see, just for perspective purposes, what does the rumbling look like to other people outside of our shores? Because that's going to be scary to see people holding each other in their last final moments. Oh god. Good on you, Flock. You still alive. I'll give you that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Make it. Make it. Hey, Flock, what you doing? This camera work is insane, though. I'm not gonna lie. Boy, you better not. Oh, good shit, Reiner. Oh, that wasn't right. Oh, good shit, Annie. I'm fucking scared. Annie! Oh, Reiner! Jesus fucking... Oh, okay. Oh god, Reiner! The shield of the world! Oh shit, the cart, I forgot. Oh, and the jaw! I totally forgot that Falco has the jaw. Yeah, the first transformation does not go well. Oh no. Oh my god. Falco, no! What are you doing? God. Jesus, that's a lot of fucking reinforcements. What? The fuck? No way. No way. No way. Connie! Fuck all this shit. That's my nigga Connie, bro. Boy, that is my nigga Connie. Oh my god, that is my nigga Connie. Bro, Connie, when did you get this good? Ain't no way. Bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. You're not gonna do my nigga Connie like that, bitch ass nigga. Fuck no. I'm sorry. I can't let you do it to my nigga Connie. I hesitate. Yeah. Yeah, can't hesitate. Fuck. Oh, that's a hard. Oh. Yeah, I'm scared. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm scared. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't. Why the fuck am I watching this? Oh, no! Do this, bro. This shit is. Falco, no! Holy shit! What does it look like? What does it look like? Whoa! Talons? It's a bird. That is a hard fucking Titan. Oh my fucking god, that's a hard Titan, bro. Oh my god, that's insane. What is this fucking? What's this? Nigga, what is that? Nigga, what is happening? What is happening, bro? Holy shit! Oh my god! Make it! Oh, that's gotta be Gabby. That's gotta be Gabby. That's gotta be Holy fuck. Holy fuck, this. Oh my god, this animation is insane. What is happening, bro? Oh my god. Oh, combos? Combos, nigga? Holy fuck. Oh my god, his headless corpse, nigga. This shit's insane. This is the hardest episode. It's bitch. Oh shit. No. Oh goddamn. Oh goddamn. Exhausted. I'm so exhausted. God, Pika's so bad. Oh, Magus, you a real one, bro. You ain't coming back, but you a real one. Holy fuck. No fucking way, it's Shadis. I knew it was you. Shadis, I knew it was you, Shadis. I knew it was you. You're coming with Commander or General in general. Commandant and Commandant. Oh, fuck. Y'all are some real screed niggas. Oh my god. I figured that it was Magus. Or not Magus, Shinga. Fuck. I figured it was him. Yeah, he doesn't want to be seen. Oh, Magus, you one of the realest. Let's go, bro. One of the realest to ever do it, bro. Didn't even know their names. The fucking bystander. The fucking bystander. Let's fucking go, bro. Fucking go, bro. Those are my fucking niggas, bro. There's my fucking niggas, bro. Let's go. I'm not gonna fucking cry because that was a real. I'm not gonna cry because that was a real ass. That was real. That was real, bro. They did. Damn it. I'm turning shit down because this fucking song's gonna make me cry. But I'm not gonna fucking cry because that was a real ass fucking. Look at my niggas, bro. Oh my god, I never. Did it for you and every other kid. Yeah. Yep. Let's go. Names he'd never know. God damn it. Yeah. We have to. So we can. Man, I'm glad I don't have like some type of like heart condition or something, because this show would kill me so long ago. This show would have killed me so long ago. Okay. All right. So that was a more action packed. That episode was like 90% action, and I'm not complaining. I'm not going to complain. This may be a shorter discussion. This may be a shorter discussion because, like I said, this episode was 90% action, and I'm not complaining, but goddamn, we're going to talk about it anyway. All right, so first of all, oh god, they just had to stay on the, like, give us another taste of Connie killing Samuel and Daz. And that shit hurted just as much as it did last week. See, you know, in this episode, you know, with the whole like killing of Samuel and Daz, like I said, even though we knew Samuel and Daz, we still had to keep in mind that a lot of the people that we were killing even after Samuel and Daz and before Samuel and Daz are also probably people that we either knew of, were acquaintances with, or were friends. So when during all that action, which was amazing, during all that action and you know, fighting and stuff like that, there is a moment where John and Mikasa have this unspoken like agreement where, like, if you hesitate, you don't stop the rumbling. So it is a good thing that this episode was all action, to me at least. You know, like, I'm sure that a lot of people wanted to like progress the story, and you know, they're like, yo, there's only 2 more episodes left, where's the end? Yeah, okay, cool. I think I've resigned myself to knowing that this isn't going to be wrapped up in this part a long time ago. I think other people thought so, especially like manga readers were like, yeah, it might. I don't know. I kind of resigned myself to it not being wrapped up in this part a long time ago. So this being just like all action was okay with me, especially since, you know, they had that unspoken agreement of like no hesitating. Because now it makes all that action all the more like real for me, because when you see, we have seen Mikasa fight before. We've seen Mikasa kill before. We've seen Mikasa, you know, hurt people before. But I think this is the first time we've seen Mikasa let loose, and not just her, but like everybody else. I have obviously, Kanye is good enough to have survived this long, but dear God, this put in full display, like, when you have no other choice, and you cannot hesitate, and you will not hesitate, how much damage you can do. Like I said, we've seen Mikasa fight before. We've seen Mikasa do a lot of things before. You know, she's an Ackerman. But this was just brutal. She cut somebody's head off. Like, somebody's head got cut off. She threw him into another guy, stabbed him with a dog, made them a shish kebab with his friend's body, and then activated his thunder spears to like ignite him. That is terrifying. And then just sat there and basked in the blood of not her enemies, but her friends, her comrades. It was so, it was horrible. It was so scary to watch. But we'll talk about that a bit later. Let's go back to the beginning of the show where we We got confirmation that it would take a full day to service the boat in order for it to fly. I didn't expect it to take that long. I mean, it makes sense because it's a prototype, and as we talked about in the last discussion, it takes a system for things to fly. Like, it takes a system for things to fly, and especially like when it comes to like humans, like it takes a human system for things to fly. So for this to be a prototype of something that doesn't really exist, and it works on a fundamentally different, well, not fundamentally, but it works on a different level than what we know as right now for this world. When they said, yeah, it takes a day for us to service this thing, it made sense. Yeah, of course it would. I think it was more hopeful, more me being hopeful for me to be like, okay, we just get them to do what they got to do, and then we get the fuck out of here. But yeah, it's gonna take a while. Now, shout out to Azumabito for Lady Azumabito for coming up with the plan of going to Odahine or Oda something, Ode to Joy, whatever the place is called, what they say it was, Odaha. Yeah, there it is. Shout out to her for thinking about going to Odaha to like service it and just get the boat to drag it along or tow it along, and then they can actually start using it. But that still only gives us 12 hours. It cuts it down to 12 hours, which is a lot of time for the rumbling to do some absolutely heinous shit. And I was saying during the intro that this opens up something that I've always wanted to see, which is the rumbling doing damage. Of course, there's that morbid curiosity that is like, yeah, I really want to. Sounds horrible to say, but I really want to see these huge, like, titanic humanoid beings crush other small humanoid beings. Yeah, morbid curiosity would want me to see that. However, more importantly, I want to see the repercussions of our actions in the form of the rumbling, because in a lot of ways the rumbling is our fault, but it's everybody's fault, really. I'm not even about to say it's everybody. All of us did this. And if there's anything that part 4, if there's any theme that part 4 instilled in me, other than like the forest and like people, or the idea of special people and what they leave in their wake, and all these other things, it is also just seeing what kind of monsters the world creates. Eren is very much a cautionary tale for like humankind. It is a cautionary tale for mankind to remember and never forget. Much like a lot of horrible moments in like our real life. And you don't really get the full scope of those cautionary tales until you see exactly what happened. Not like, oh yeah, these people died, and then this happened, and then this got destroyed. No, until you literally see the blood-stained cots in the bed, or the crumbling of the structure and people jumping out of the side of the building, or you see the chambers in which the people were put. Until you see it, you don't truly understand the scope and just the scope of what is happening, of how bad what is happening is, which is why I think that showing, as much as it sucks, Liberia is going to get destroyed, Marley is going to get destroyed. That's very sad. There's a lot of people that are going to lose their lives, but as a cautionary tale, at least us as the viewer, it doesn't sink in for us until we see these people lose their lives, until we see, families you know, understanding that this is the last time that they'll be together, until you see like people running for their lives and you know, aimlessly wandering around, losing their minds, and you know, trying to prevent the inevitable. That's the only time that we'll truly understand. So I'm not saying that there needs to be a full episode dedicated to just what Eren is doing, but there does need to be a good chunk or a decent amount of time allocated to seeing the effects of the rumbling, you know, now that it's, you know, set into motion. It is it's like I said, it's gonna suck to watch, but it is going to be very important to watch. Let's get back to the actual show. But yeah, it's obviously people are going to die. We've always known that, and a lot of people are going to die. But it's also seeing how valiantly, like, what's his name, Reiner and Annie, like, protected these people is also something to be, I don't want to say proud of, because what we're doing is not completely right. I don't want to paint us as like absolute heroes, because while yes, our plan is to save the world, what we're doing is not exactly like, this isn't the most saint-like plan that anybody's ever come up with. Like, it's going to be difficult and it's valiant of us to do, but this doesn't make us saints. So I'm not going to, like, I'm going to try my best not to put too much of a hero's spin on it, but it is something to be, I will say it is kind of something to be proud of, to see Reiner and Annie absolutely just get destroyed, trying to protect the Hiruzen and Azumabito, and, you know, for the greater good, because these are people who are pretty much, who were seen as mass murderers by themselves, at least, by the world and Eldia, and by themselves were seen as mass murderers. So for them to try to do something a little bit more positive, even though it's not, it's, you know, it is still like really nice to see them, you know, Reiner especially, be exactly what the Armored Titan was, you know, was supposed to be, which is, as Magath once said, the world's shield, literally taking on a rain of hellfire to the face. It was just, it sucked to watch, but it was also kind of heartwarming, and for Reiner, face warming. But it, you know, it was nice. It was also just nice to see. I do got to give it up to Flock, because he is, for as much as I hate Flock does a lot to get to, like, to achieve his goal. And if, you know, if anything, Flock, I do believe that what Flock thinks that he's doing is the best for his people. And it's not like Flock is just sitting in like an armchair somewhere safe, being like, yes, go out, my soldiers, go out and fight. Like, Flock is obviously, like, he's on the front. Flock is on the front lines. I'm not gonna say that Flock is a bad person, because I don't think I've ever said that Flock was a bad person. I've said that Flock is an idiot. I've said that Flock is short-sighted, but I don't think I've ever said that Flock was like evil or a bad person, because he's not. Like I said, Flock is on the front lines with his soldiers. Like, if there's anything, seeing like Magath in the beginning of season 4, or like the King in season 3, like somewhere really safe while his troops go out and just get dirted. Flock might be the best out of like all 3 of them, because like I said, he's on the front lines. He obviously believes what he's doing. He believes in his cause, but god damn it, it is still short-sighted. um Flock is obviously not going to, obviously Flock isn't going to succeed. Obviously, I don't think the story calls for Flock to succeed. I think Flock is simply a smaller cautionary tale in the wake of Aaron's own story. But I do have to give him his props. He is doing what he thinks is best. Now, he did get dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody shot him. I don't think we saw who shot him. Jean had a gun, so it may have been Jean. But also, I'm pretty sure that was a hard shot. That was a difficult shot to make. And if anybody made that shot, it was definitely maybe somebody said that Gabby made that shot. And if they didn't, and I'm just missing something, so let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know, did Gabby ever even have a gun during this? I don't think she did. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I guess it wasn't Gabby. Somebody made the shot. Maybe it was John, but I automatically, and that may just be how good Gabby has been with a gun this past season. Because every time somebody like makes a shot where I'm like, yo, that was difficult, I'm like, yeah, it's got to be Gabby who made it. But yeah, it obviously Flock's not dead. No way. It's not even like a well, we didn't see a body, so I don't think he's dead. It's more of I believe in Flock so much. As much as I don't like Flock's ideology, as much as I think that Flock is short-sighted and dumb as fuck, I still believe in Flock. Like I said, he was out on the front lines and surviving. But I do believe that something like that, you would have to like cut Flock's head off in order for him to stop, because as of right now, he is on a war path. I don't know how he gets to them. He could swim, and he could swim all the way to wherever the hell they're going, and I wouldn't be surprised. Flock is, if anything, Flock is driven. I'll give him that much. I will give him that much. If anything, Flock is driven, but he is not. He's not right either. So I expect to see Flock. I do expect to see Flock, and come out the water and somehow get to us. I don't know how, but somehow. To talk a little bit about the action itself in this episode, it was oh my god, this was probably the best looking episode in I want to say this is the best even though we didn't really get a lot of ODM gear, but this, to my knowledge, to my recollection, I think this is the best looking episode, dynamic, like as far as dynamic movement of part 4 or season 4. I mean, like, people were zipping and it's been a long time, and I never really realized how long it's been since I've seen like really good ODM gear, or like ODM movement, or ODM gear, because that was redundant. ODM gear use until these last couple of episodes, where like seeing Connie, I mean, oh my god, just to kind of gush on Connie again, he was going dumb. Like, I wish I could go back and just rewatch this scene real quick, but it would make the discussion way too long. But I mean, seeing him actually use his ODM gear, because it wasn't just his like blades. He used his ODM gear like Levi would have, where he used his blades, but as well as using his blades, he also like used the actual grapple to like do damage, and which was a classic Levi move in part season 3, where Levi uses ODM gear to pull people and then slice him, where Connie uses ODM gear to just like hit people with it. It was just, the camera angles were dynamic and moving around, and it wasn't like it felt like it gave the actions purpose instead of actually like just moving to move. It followed the action really well, especially with the Connie scene. But seeing outside of Connie, we didn't just get, ODM gear. Like, yes, Mikasa was also fighting with ODM gear, and yes, Kanji was also fighting with ODM gear, but seeing them like execute like actual combos, it was hard. Like, Mikasa literally executed a fatality on a man. Like, once again, I wish I could go back and look at it, but dear God, it looked so fucking good. I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually do what I could consider a fatality in this show until this episode. Like seeing her like cut somebody upward and then like take their hand, and then oh my God, the action in this was probably the best that the action has been in a very, very long time, in which Attack on Titan does not need to be all action, obviously, because Attack on Titan is very dialogue heavy, and you have to pay attention to the dialogue and small details and things like that, and not just the dialogue that's being said to you, or said to you in the moment, but also what people have said before and things like that, what people have done before. Attack on Titan is very big on that. However, it does make it sometimes it's to a fault, to where when you do get action, some people don't exactly, some people may not, I could imagine, some people may not appreciate it as much, because then they're like, well, what about the dialogue? Which is like the exact opposite of the people who are like, I need to see all action all the time, fuck the dialogue. And as much like I don't want to say hate, but as much scrutiny as we put those kinds of people in, we kind of do the same, except for opposite, where we're like, where we could have an action-packed episode like this, and we're like, but it didn't move the story along. Now granted, this is like the end, so but still, the point is that for this is the best the action has been in a while, so I'm going to appreciate it while we have it, and I could see how this could be taken as, oh well, it was all action, I don't know if yeah, okay, but it was just amazing. It was just, oh my God, this episode just looked so fucking good, so good. Let's see, there was a lot of really cool set pieces, like seeing the rain, the blood rain down on Mikasa and shit like that. But the most important, and I think this is the most important, well, maybe not the most important, but one of the most important parts of this episode was seeing Falco finally transform. I don't remember how long ago it was. I don't remember what episode it was. I'll have to go back and like check to see which episode. I want to say it was Two Brothers, because that was when Falco actually turned into a Titan, or his first Titan, and then ate Galliard. So it may have been when I said it, but I remember I said something along the lines of like, I feel like if Falco were to have a Titan, it would be a bird. And in the moment, me saying that, it sounded really stupid. I think I even said like, that sounds stupid. But in the moment, I was like, yeah, that sounds really dumb to say out loud. But the writing has been on the wall for Falco's Titan to look more like a bird since the beginning of part 4. Part 4. Dear God, I watched too much JoJo. Season 4. The writing has always kind of been on the wall for me, and I may have also said that in that the two brothers discussion as well, where, you know, since the beginning of season 4, the first thing that Falco talks to is a bird. His name is Falco. That's really all I had to go on, to be honest with you. That's all I had to go on, to be honest with you. But it is cool to see that Falco's Titan resembles a bird, mostly because I may be reaching with a lot of this, but it does symbolize a lot for what Falco does with his freedom. Whereas in the beginning of season 4, Falco is kind of talking to that bird, saying, you know, get out. It's dangerous here. You're a bird. You can go wherever you want. Now, granted, Falco doesn't have like wings. Oh my God, if he had flying Titan. Oh, also, in episode 2 of season 4, somebody was like, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had a flying Titan?" Yes, it would be. Just so happened to say that when we meet a character named Falco, who the first thing we see him talk to is a bird, and also is, you know, probably going to become a one of the 9 at some point. Yes, while it is a stretch to be like, yeah, what if he's a bird? Yeah, a little writing was kind of on the wall. But like I said, it is. I think it symbolizes. I think it says a lot about his character, because, you know, one of the first things is that he's talking to a bird, saying that, you know, it's dangerous. Get out. You're a bird. You can fly away. So you should. Where Falco, when he's given, you know, the power of the Titans, and does look like a bird, doesn't exactly have the wings, but resembles a bird, and has, you know, now has his own power to grapple with, where he doesn't fly. Well, he doesn't have wings, but he doesn't run away with that power. And of course, Falco never would have, but instead of flight, he fights, and he uses that power to help other people. Now, I will say, while it would sound kind of stupid for Falco to have wings, I would have liked it a little more. Like, Falco's Titan looks amazing, but I would have liked it a little bit more symbolically if he did have wings. And that's only because with wings, Falco could easily fly away from all of the fighting, which is what Falco seems to have wanted since the beginning of season 4. Falco could easily have flew away from all the fighting, but instead he chooses to fight himself, or, you know, not fight himself, but you know what I mean. He chooses to fight instead. Now, that also could be looked at in the way that he doesn't have wings, in him being a Titan that looks like a bird and not having wings, basically made him a slave to the fight, being a grounded bird, or Falco, you know, whatever he is. But, you know, there's a lot of ways you can take that, which is why I do like Falco's Titan resembling a bird. But, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it would have been cool for him to have wings, but, you know, it also, you could take it in that way too, that him becoming, because yes, him becoming a Titan does resign him to simply fight. He only has 13 years, and that's not being free. Being a bird, however, is totally different, because you live for however long birds do, and you can fly away and be as free as one of them, with the symbolism of birds being very strong in this show. It's also something to point out that while he did not get wings, what he did get was talons, the one thing on a bird that is used to hunt prey and fight. So instead of wings, he was given talons, further resigning him to the fight instead of freedom. Now, what they're doing is supposed to lead to freedom, which is why he fights instead. And as we've talked about before, that's what makes him and everybody else special. But it is still a little sad to see Falco without wings. But yeah, I love that. I love that part of his transformation. I just love Falco's the way his Titan looks. That may be one of the coolest looking Titan. That may be the coolest looking Titan out of all of them. The Warhammer Titan was really cool. It had a really cool sleek design, but damn, Falco's Titan there was a lot of thought put into that one. Let's see. I love that Magath decides to stay behind. And it's obviously sad, but Magath is the one that put the kids into the forest in the first place. And the sea being something for a long time that symbolizes freedom, I would imagine that Magath would not want to go. And he would feel like he couldn't go, because him being the one that condemned the kids to the forest for a long time, he would feel like it's his duty to make sure they could move forward and be freer than he was. So we get Magath, who stays behind in the forest and decides to die in it. But not only him, but Shadis, who also decides to stay behind and die in it. These two do not know each other and do not know each other's names up until the point in which they die. And it is also one thing to say. It's also another thing to say that they both die in the end. This entire time of them fighting on two different sides, in the end they both die wearing the same uniform, both being on the same same mindset, same perspective. They both are agreeing with each other in that sense. But a little bit more on that. Even somebody like Shadis, who also kind of condemned the kids to the forest. In the end, towards the end of him talking to his students that jumped him that one time, I said that one time like it wasn't nothing, but his students that jumped him, telling them to continue on and to do better, basically what it all comes down to. Of course we get into each man's like final speech, where Keith tells his kids to stay low, but one day you'll have to revolt and you got to stay strong. Be ready. Do not lose yourself in that forest. And you have Magath, who tells his kids before he dies, like, listen, I shouldn't have done that. You all deserve to have a better life than what I gave you, and the weight of the world shouldn't have been on your shoulders. Basically saying, I should not have even brought you into the forest. I should have let you live a more peaceful life. In both of these ideals coming together in a final act to push these kids forward out of the forest. Like I said, Keith and Magath in that room talking to each other, and Magath saying that he, for so long, he had perpetuated the violence that the kids had to go through, and he finally saw, like, if they had just lived normal lives, he would have been okay with that too, which is something that we did, a microcosm of that we got to see in Annie's backstory, where her dad continued to perpetuate that circle of violence until one day he was just like, I would have been happy if she would have lived a long life as well, like just a normal life. If she would have did that, I would have been happy. I would go as far to say that I probably would have been happier if she would have lived a normal and peaceful life. So now I feel bad, and I don't mean to say that in a way where it's like, sarcastic, but it's like genuine. Like, now I feel bad because I'm just now realizing, after all this time of like putting them through hell, I would have been happier if I just didn't. And that's why it hit me so hard to see these two finally come together. Like I said, two people that did not know, like two men that basically symbolize what I think is like the end of each side's hate for each other, in a way, where these two men fought on opposite sides and looked at their kids and said, I want a better future for them. Came together at this one spot, and for as long as they can remember, they have always worn their, opposite uniforms. And in their final moments, wearing the same uniform and dying for the same cause. That is simply to make sure that their kids have a more peaceful life than what they gave them. Honorable mentions in that moment, or that scene, of Magath saying that he doesn't want to be seen as a hero because he knew what he did. He knew what he did was wrong. I actually should probably go to that point, or to that part, just to hear what he said in that situation. Right, where Keith said that he saw his students heading to Shiganshina, and like he saw Annie, and he was moved by seeing Annie there when he knew what Annie did, obviously. And it made him want to come here to help out. If you hadn't stopped the reinforcements, we'd be goners. You'll soon be known as one of the heroes who saved the world. Then that makes two of us. And Magath, I refuse to pat myself on the back. Ignoring my conscience, I ordered around children to serve the country's interests. And oh my God, seeing in this scene, I was like seeing Magath like actually breaking down a little bit. Like, oh God. And command them to destroy the wall. But I finally realized, if those kids can live normal lives, how happy that would make me. Yeah, that's real shit. That's my nigga, bro. That's my nigga. And amazing comeback for Keith to say, well, you might not pat yourself on the back, but I'm proud of you. God. Yeah, man. If you haven't noticed, this show's really fucking sad. This show's really fucking sad. Yeah. While yes, this episode was very action heavy, this scene symbolized this scene was so important because it symbolized the end of the old ways. Like two of the progenitors of the old ways are coming together to put an end to themselves, thus hopefully creating a new era where people like themselves don't have to exist anymore. I'm not saying that Keith was a horrible person. I'm not saying that Magath was a horrible person, because they both have their reasons for doing what they did. And you may have your favorites. Like me personally, I fuck with my nigga Keith. That's my nigga, bro. But I really love Magath as a character. He's amazing. But this is such a great scene to set up the future. As well as seeing, everybody else just being horrified of what happened. But the end credit scene, of course, is really important too, and that's what we'll round this discussion off with, which is the question comes up again. Can you kill Aaron? Because Annie, she knows that with this mission, that basically means that her people and her home is gone. Like there's no coming back from that. This is going to take some time, and it's going to take enough time for her people or her home to get trampled on. From a cynical side, from a cynical side, it is, she's maybe feeling like, I brought this upon myself. But in this scene, like her being so resigned to the point of being like, yeah, I'm getting off the boat, because this is it's the only reason I did this, was so I could see my dad again, I could see my people again, I could see my home again. So I'm getting off this boat because there's no reason for me to do this anymore. And fair. The only reason that she did this was so she could save her dad and stop the rumbling. But obviously it's bigger than that right now. Obviously it's a little bit more important. What's happening is a little bit more important than just, save my dad. As fucked up as that sounds, like saving Annie's dad there's bigger things happening right now. I don't mean that in like your dad's unimportant, because your dad is part of the reason why we're doing this. But now it all comes down to, what about the rest of the world? And Annie makes a very good point, a very simple point, but a very good one in, I don't want to fight anymore. Seeing what this has done to her home, and hearing about what this is going to do to her home and her dad and everything, she's tired of it. And honestly, since season 1, Annie has shown that she is tired of it. So finally saying this, being like, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm done fighting you. I'm done fighting you. I'm done fighting you. I'm even done fighting Aaron. I don't care anymore. So I will ask you, are you able to kill Aaron? And note that she only says it to Mikasa. Anytime she asks that, the 2 times that she's asked that question, before and now, she has always asked that question to Mikasa. Now, in world, it's because Mikasa seems to be the closest. Mikasa has always been like right there with Aaron. Like, she is, where's Aaron? Is he in trouble? I'm going to go save him. Like, she's been right there with Aaron. But out of out of the anime, and as a viewer, you look at it, or at least for me, I look at it as Mikasa, and I've said this before, but Mikasa is quite literally the only person that could kill Eren. Everybody, if Eren tells you to chill the fuck out, you're gonna have to do it. Mikasa's blood is technically the only bloodline that was able to go against the king. They're unaffected by the brainwashing. They're unaffected by the brainwashing. They're unaffected by the memory loss. And I would go as far to say that if Eren gave the command for everybody to stop fighting him, Mikasa would be the only one that would be free enough to keep going and actually kill Eren. So yeah, it makes sense for Mikasa to be the one to do it. And when, with Annie asking her again, could you put an end to this? It just kind of solidifies my theory that she has to. She's the only one that can do it. It's simply just, can she gather the strength to kill him? I think the answer is yes. Does she want to? No. Can she? Yeah. After all this, yeah. So, this was oh my god, this episode had my heart racing. we had a really depressing episode last episode, but this episode was insane. Amazing action. I did not expect to get that much action, and I'm not gonna complain. I'm here to enjoy anime. I'm here to enjoy and talk about anime. I ain't here to bitch about much. So yeah, this is a great episode. I'm hyped. Obviously, I'll say it again. Obviously, this isn't gonna wrap up in this season, unless by some miracle they go, there's actually not 2 episodes left. We're actually gonna continue. Yeah, this isn't going to wrap up in this season. I do wonder how long it's going to take. Me personally, I have a good amount of patience. I have no interest in reading the manga, especially at this point. Like, yeah, I have no interest in reading the manga, at least not until it's over. And then maybe, but yeah. I wonder how long it's going to take for this to come out. It may. I wouldn't say that it's going to be another. I wouldn't say that it's going to be another year. It could be. I wouldn't say that though, because as far as like, I think as far as there is in the manga, and I don't read the manga, so I don't exactly know, but from the tiny things that I've heard from how much is left of the manga from like manga readers that don't like spoil shit, there's enough for one movie, and I don't know if that equates to, obviously making anime is hard. It's really fucking hard. But I don't know if that equates to like, yeah, we need a year to work on this movie, or we allocated a good amount of people to actually like working on this movie in tandem of us, like working on the anime as well, because I know that like it probably takes up until the day of the show airing that people are still working on it, so it wouldn't be so far-fetched to say that there was also somebody or a group or like 60% of the team or something that was on the side working on the movie or the last couple episodes of part 3 or however they're going to do it. Maybe it's just an hour-long episode or something. However they're going to do it, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another group working in tandem with the people that are actually working on the mainline episodes that we're getting for part 2. So we'll see. We will definitely see. But I think that's about it. Told myself that this wouldn't be too long, and it's kind of long. It's longer. Sorry. But yeah, great episode. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be another more Attack on Titan or something totally different, the best way to send that in is always going to be my social media. Link's going to be in the description below, or you could comment. That's cool too. And if you want these, or if you want the full length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description below for that as well. So with all that being said, let me get my off button ready. There it is. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.